Hi, everyone. Welcome. Well, we made it. It's November 4th, the day after the election. And of course, we don't have any answers. I'm not surprised. I hope that you're not surprised either. Or if you are, that you're dealing with your surprise in a way that is going to give you more clarity, that is going to allow you to step up into your full empowerment now, because more than ever, we need you to do that. That's what having an eyes wide open life really means. It means that no matter what comes your way, you are able to remember who you are and to remember your role as a creator of the economy. You're able to remember that no matter what is happening out there in our broken, clearly broken political system, whatever is happening out there in our broken financial system, you are able to stand up and lead in your own community, in your own family. And that's what I want to talk about today. What do we do now that it's clear? We know the truth. We know the truth. We are a country divided. We are people living in a great deal of division outside. But how are you going to resolve that split here inside of yourself in a way that gives you the stability and the equanimity and the knowingness of your own enough that regardless of what is happening out there, you are able to stand up as a true leader, powerful, empowered, with agency and sovereignty. That is our job now. That is our job now. Our job is to stand up. Our job is to rise. We know the truth. We no longer have to wonder, even though we don't yet know who wins the big election, we no longer have to wonder. We know the truth that our country, our families are divided. And so what do we do in the face of that? Who do we be in the face of that division, in the face of that knowing? That is where we get to focus our attention and energy today. Not on what is going to happen, not on who is going to come and save us. It's time for us to be the saviors. It is time for us to rise up and stand up. And how can we do that? We can do that by putting our time, energy, attention, and money into what really matters. Stepping into our right role as creators of the economy. Taking care of what is ours, taking care of what truly matters, being the leaders that we wish that we would see in the world. So how do we do that? We reclaim our time, energy, and attention. We don't just watch the social dilemma and say, oh, right, of course, they have been controlling us. We take back that power. We're not victims to it. We know what's true. And what's true is that it is time for us to step into our adulthood. We are a nation deeply, deeply in the heart of adolescence. And we all want to step into our role as adults. I believe that we came here now at this time to heal. But it's not going to happen by putting our power outside of ourselves. It is going to happen by reclaiming our power. How do we reclaim our power? We stand in our agency. We recognize that our sovereignty is already here. Nobody has to do anything for us. We have to do what is ours to do. We have to remember who we are, why we are here, and what is ours to do. And not get lost in the morass of the division that is competing for our attention. It's time to resolve all of that right here in a very practical and grounded way. Not just with airy fairy, law of attraction, manifestation. While all of that is beautiful, there's actually important work that we need to do at the foundation. Gaining the knowledge that we need to see who we really are, to remember who we really are, to remember why we came here, and to do that work, to heal in our families, to get into service, to step into our right role as creators of the economy, using the resources that we have available to us wisely. Seeing where money dysmorphia is creating the reality that we are in right now. The decisions that are being made are so often being made from this blindness of money dysmorphia, the distortion that exists in our financial reality because of how we relate to money, that causes us to make poor decisions around how we use our non-renewable resources of time, energy, attention, and of course, our non-renewable resources of the planet itself, ruining our relationships. When what really matters? What matters is that you create your reality from a grounded, stable place of enough. So that you can then show up in your community, in your family, in the way that you want to be. Not subject to what's happening out there. You focus on what matters. You focus on doing the internal work in your personal life and in how you earn your money, and then what you do with that money so that you can reclaim your time, energy, and attention, your most valuable resources, your non-renewable resources. What you choose to do today will have significant impacts in your life, for your family, for years to come. For years to come. And you can choose it now. There's nothing outside of your control that stops you from choosing it right now. It is simply a choice. It is simply a recognition of that choice. That you are the creator of your experience. Now, that doesn't mean that what's happening out there is not happening. Of course it is. We live in a 3D reality where what is happening out there is happening. And then what choice do you make in the face of that? Where do you choose to focus your time, energy, attention, and money? And so if you say that it would be amazing to be that, what's in the way of you being it? What is in the way of you being it? Nothing. Your next challenge, the thing that is in the way of you being it, is the path. You just have to claim it. You just have to choose it. You just have to reclaim your resources. Time, energy, attention, money. We call them your team resources. And it is all within your power and control. Now, you do have to understand how the system works. And in some cases, work within the system to reclaim those resources. And in many cases, it will begin with healing the inner conflicts that exist within you, that are keeping you from your agency and from your sovereignty. So what I would love for you to do right now on this Wisdom Wednesday is to open your eyes, to get honest, to look at where you are doing that thing that you hate that others are doing, and stop. To look at what really matters to you right now that is within your control. That is within your control. How can you get clear about what you do have and how to direct what you do have to have the outcomes that you want? With clear goals, with step-by-step actions to get there, with a path of discipline that will lead you to the freedom, the liberation that you're here for. If you're brave, I would love for you to surface and share that which you believe is in your way. That which you believe is in your way that is stopping you from stepping into your agency and sovereignty so that you can support your family, support your community, do the work that you are here to do, be the person that you are here to be. Share it so you can get past it, so that you can get beyond it, so that you can remember. Because this is a time for remembering who you are, why you are here, and what is yours to do. And it is time for you to do that from a stable ground of enough. From a stable ground of enough. Lisa, I see you. White supremacy is in the way, institutional racism, fascism, injustice, murder, and you can't work within a system that is harmful and have traumatized Black and brown lives. Lisa, what will you do about it? I call you up now to take action. Share with me how I can support you to take action in the face of all of that, to keep moving forward, to take a stand for what is yours to do. Because if you see it, if you know it, it is yours to do. And I stand behind you in support for you to do that work. Let me know how I can serve you and support you to stand up. Somebody's showing his Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but you've had so many jobs not work for some reason. It's not for some reason. It's not for some reason. If you've had so many jobs not work, there is a reason. Look at that reason. Take responsibility. What is the reason that so many of those jobs have not worked? Were they the wrong jobs? Were they jobs that you were not taking with clear boundaries and expectations being set? Were they jobs that for some reason you couldn't show up for? If so, why? Stand up in your full responsibility. It could be that life is directing you towards something else. What is life directing you towards? I'll give you my prayer when I don't know, when I can't see, because oftentimes I can't. And it's in those moments when I'm at rock bottom, at my most confused, at my most blind, at my most not understanding life, what are you trying to show me? And in those moments, I pray, show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. I can't see. I need your help, life. Please guide me. Please show me. Let me see what I can't see. Show me beyond what I'm able to see right now. Help me. Help me. And every time that I have prayed from that place, I've been shown. I've been given the guidance that I needed to take the next steps, to keep moving forward, to not give up, but to recognize that life had something to show me that I couldn't see, that I couldn't take responsibility for because it was hard to look at often. From this rock bottom moment in this place several years ago, I prayed. I was about to send my daughter away. I didn't know what to do. It wasn't going well. She was a teenager. She had just started getting involved with drugs and alcohol, sex, and self-harming. It was a very challenging time. At the same time, my businesses were not going well. I wasn't being a true leader. And I thought that sending my daughter away would be the right answer because I clearly couldn't parent her. And I prayed, show me the way. Show me the way, show me the way. And the voice, the message came through and it said, be her mother. Now, this was very hard for me to see because I thought I was being her mother, but obviously I wasn't doing a good job. And I had to ask the question, what does it mean to be her mother? Who do I need to be to step up to be her mother? And what I discovered is that I had to learn to be her mother first and foremost, to be her mother, to show up for myself in a way that I had never been taught. My parents were not resourced. They didn't know how to teach me to care for myself in the way that I needed to. Our elders have not had the resources necessary to teach us. It is true. We've been left with an inheritance that is ours now to heal. And I understand, Lisa, that you're tired, and I'm so sorry for your hurt and for your tired. And I do stand with you, Lisa. And I invite you to reach out and tell me how I can stand with you more, how else I can support you in your struggle, how else I can stand shoulder to shoulder with you, letting you know that you are not alone. And you have a 17-year-old son. I do too. And he is also about to leave home. And healing my relationship with him and with my daughter has been one of the hardest things that I have done in my life. And of course, also the most rewarding things that I have done in my life. I had to heal the wounds of my own childhood that I was projecting onto them. I had to heal the wounds of my own insecurity that I was projecting onto them, making them bad and wrong for that where I felt that I was not a good enough parent. Because the truth is I wasn't. I didn't have the skills. I didn't have the teaching. Nobody modeled it for me. My mom is a wonderful human. I love her so much, but she also did not have the resources and the skills and the teaching. Gratefully, I have now healed the relationship with my mom. And I have so much compassion for her and for the way that she parented me, doing the best that she could in the way that we are all doing the best that we can. But I made a commitment in this lifetime to do better. And I know that all of you here right now have made a commitment in this lifetime to do better. But we don't have many models for that. And so we can very easily move into blame and shame and guilt and fear. And it is time for us to step out of that now. To step out of that now and to step instead into curiosity and into invitation and into taking full responsibility for our experience, using our time, our energy, attention, and our money in service to the world that we truly want to create. Recognizing that we have far more resources now than our parents had, and then their parents had, and then their parents had before us, before them. We are so wealthy. We are so rich. Look at how we get to communicate here. We have everything we need to actually step into our full sovereignty and our agency and our empowerment. And for those of you that are lawyers and listening to me right now, hi, thank you. Thank you for being here. I just did an hour and a half training for lawyers, specifically for lawyers. You can find that in our Lifestyle Lawyers Club group. We can send you the recording because you can absolutely be a good mom and be a successful attorney. And if you made it through law school and you passed the bar, what a gift that you have to serve your community right now. It is true, you can't do it in the old way that we've been taught. It is true, you cannot do it with the traditional law practice model. That has not been set up to serve you or your clients or your community, but together we can change it. And if you are a lawyer right now, wow, what a gift you can be to the world. And if you are not a lawyer right now, well, you do have a bit of a heavier lift, perhaps, because you have to get clear on how you can serve with the gifts, skills, and talents that you've been given that may be hard for you to see. And if that's the case, then your life purpose right now is to discover that. What are the gifts, skills, and talents that I have that allow me to give, even when I feel unresourced? Show me the way, show me the way, show me the way. Life You've given me all of these life experiences. How can I serve with these gifts? How can I serve with these life experiences? And for some of you, that is going to mean that you're going to get a job, because you need a job in order to be making these decisions from a place of stable enoughness for yourself. And if you are going to take a job, you take a job for a company or an individual that you actually believe in, that you actually want to support, that you actually want to learn from, who you can respect, who you can bring your gifts, skills, and talents to from a place of respect, from a place of learning, while you settle your nervous system into a place of enough, so that you can then make investments in the future that you want to create, because it does take investment. You're not going to be able to do it alone. And you have a role as a creator of the economy. Whether you are an intrapreneur working for somebody else in their company or in their business with an entrepreneurial mindset, you can be an entrepreneur. You don't have to start your own company. Or if you are the CEO of a company, if you have your own business, it is time for you to step into your role as CEO, as leader of your own life and of your own business. That was the message that came through when I prayed to be shown the way as I was about to send my daughter away, instead of just stepping up to be a leader, to look at the places where I didn't know what to do and to learn. And this is going to sound very surprising, but what I saw is that I had to get my shit together. And what did that look like? It looked like systems and structures. It looked like legal agreements. Instead of just pretending that I was only going to do business with people I trusted and I didn't need agreements with, it meant setting clear boundaries and expectations. It meant being able to say no when I meant no. It meant knowing that I had an income model that I could actually rely on, that deserved my investment of legal, insurance, financial, and tax support and structures and systems, and being willing to invest there and stopping believing that, oh, I'm only just going to do business with people I trust, so I don't actually need insurance. It meant learning how to be able to look at my finances and my financial systems in a way where I wasn't making every decision based on fear, because I just didn't even know how to look at the numbers. It meant no longer being a victim to what was going on out there. Escaping through my own avoidance patterns, believing that if I just made more money, it would be fine. It wasn't fine. Making more money just made it worse. Believing that money didn't matter wasn't the answer either, because then I was just getting by and couldn't actually be in service. There was actually a right reality. A right reality where I get to be fully aligned, fully supported from a place of enough, with the systems and structures set up by me. The legal, insurance, financial, and tax systems and structures set up by me from a place of understanding and knowledge and truth, to support what I was creating, because what I was creating was worth it. Being the CEO of my life, being the CEO in my businesses, being a mother to my children. We can all do this. We can all do this. It takes a reclaiming of our power. It takes a stepping into our agency. It takes a willingness to do what's hard. But we can do hard things. We have to do hard things now. The division shows us that. The division shows us that. So on this Wisdom Wednesday, November 4th, 2020, the cap of a very challenging year for many of us, a year showing us where the holes are and the cracks are in our foundations. We get to come into 2021 with a whole new perspective, a whole new plan, a whole new commitment I'm going to be sharing more with you about how I did it and how you can do it too. I invite you to join us in our private group here on Facebook. It's called Eyes Wide Open Tribe. We are changing that name, by the way, because we understand now that that name is triggering to some, triggering to our Native relatives. And so we're changing the name. But for now, it is still called the Eyes Wide Open Tribe. And you can find it here on Facebook. Let's see if I can actually get a link to post it for you where that is. And you can join us there. And I will be sharing more in the coming weeks about how I can support you to say yes to your agency, to say yes to your sovereignty, to build an income that you can count on, that you can trust, that you can rely on with the systems and structures beneath you, the legal, insurance, financial, and tax systems and structures beneath you, to know that you can rely on what you are creating, that you are the CEO of your life, even if you don't have a company yet, that you are the CEO of your business if you do, that you can be a truly great parent to your children, that you can model for them. What does it look like to be the change that you want to see in the world, that you can step up into your full empowered sovereignty? So hopefully this is going to show you where you can join us. Let's see if I can put that on there. It's not very helpful. That link is not very helpful, but that is where you can join us. Let's see if I can create a different banner. See if this one is better. There we go. And if you are a lawyer, we have everything that you need. You need to do a very small amount of the heavy lifting. Actually, we've created everything that you need to build an income model that you can rely on to serve your families and your communities and the business owners in your communities in a truly meaningful way. And if you are not a lawyer, I will guide you step by step through what is needed to create your own empowered sovereignty around whatever your gift, skills, and talents are, to find the hidden resources that are available to you right now that have been shrouded, that have been kept from you, so that you stay in this place of dependence, of division. Why? Who wants us to stay in this place of division and dependence? Those who are distracting us. See, it's all a distraction. Everything that's happening out there is a distraction from what really matters. What really matters is your life. What really matters is how you choose to use your time, energy, attention, and money. That is what matters. And when you choose to use your time, energy, attention, and money in service to the distraction, in service to the entertainment, guess what you're not doing? You're not taking control of your reality. You are not being the change you want to see in the world. You are not using your gifts, skills, and talents to heal the family inherited patterns of scarcity. You are not serving in the way that you came here to serve. You are not building an income that you can rely upon. You are not putting in place the legal, insurance, financial, and tax systems that will support you. Right? So now is the time to make a different choice, to choose what you do, who you be, how you be in the face of it all. Because as we can see from what happened last night here in the United States, it's not going away. I know many of us hoped for a landslide in either direction, depending on which side you've chosen. But what we know is true is that there was no landslide. What we know is true is that we are a nation divided. And will you choose to get caught up in that division, or will you choose to bring it all back home now? And recognize that no, there is probably nothing you can do out there in the political system right now. Over the next 4 years, I hope to show you what you can do. But today, what you can do is build your own enough. Step into your own clarity of enough, your own stable foundation of enough, so that you can use the gifts, skills, talents, and hidden resources that are available to you right now to never again make another choice from a place of scarcity, to never again make another choice pushed by fear into something that you don't want to do, but instead you can start to shift into the pull of desire. Start to use your life in service, in full service, to remember and wake up to the truth of who you are, to do the work that is yours here to do now. And if you see things that you hate out there in the world, you get to change those things, because that is what you were called to do. And you may spend time on your path feeling lost and wondering, why life? Why did you give me this? There's an answer. It's the right question to be asking. But don't do it because you're whining. Do it because you actually want to see and you are committed to take action, to be on purpose. You have everything that you need to take your next step. I'm here today just to remind you of that, so that you remember. You are powerful, incredibly powerful. Your time, energy, attention, and money is yours to use in service to that which you want to see more of in the world. It is time for you to live it. It is time for you to be it. Please do join us in the Eyes Wide Open tribe. It's the best way that I can communicate with you right now. If you would like to learn a bit more about your own role as a creator of the economy, you can go to eyeswideopenlife.com and give us your name and email address there. Give us your name and email address there, and we will invite you into a 5-day challenge that I created some months ago now. 5-day challenge that I created to show you your role as a creator of the economy. One of the men that just went through that or started with us 5 months ago, it's a free challenge. He did it. He went through the challenge, and he just posted in our membership group about his results. And as a result of him stepping into his right role as a creator of the economy, he has changed his reality completely. He has changed his reality by investing in his home in a way that is different than he's ever done before. So now he loves his home. He didn't have to go out and buy a new home. He made investments, small investments in his home that has changed his family's reality. He has made the right investments in his business such that now he has other practitioners in his business serving clients in a truly meaningful way. These are things that he's wanted to do for years. He had thoughts and ideas and dreams about for years, and yet he never did it. He took our challenge, and now he is. He has stepped up to become the leader in his life, in his community, and he is doing it. And you can too. If he can, you can. Another member of ours last night shared about her experience over these past 6 months in stepping into an entirely new reality. Now, this reality is not one that she just manifested. As a result of her thoughts, she took action, but she knew which right action to take because she was able to finally face the places that she needed to do the inner work, not just in support of navel gazing, but in support of actually showing up in the world in the way that she is meant to show up in the world as a true leader. She's changed everything in just a few short months. So I invite you to step into this challenge in service to putting 2020 behind you, using the rest of these weeks of 2020 to make the choices that you need to make so that 2021 becomes the year that you stop being a victim, that you stop being disempowered, that you stop believing that somebody is going to save us, and recognize that it is up to us, it is up to you to save yourself. and you have everything that you need to do it. I am in complete service to you doing so. I have spent the past 15 years healing my own scarcity victim mentality, my own disempowered reality that had me on the quest for more money, making it, losing it, finding the right foundation from which to build from. In my case, it was rock bottom. And then creating the systems and structures necessary to step into my own full agency and empowered sovereignty. And I want to see you do the same, because when we do, we can truly actually come together beyond the division, beyond the divisiveness, beyond the blame, shame, guilt, and fear, and heal. Heal here and heal there. So that's my invitation to you. I hope to see you in our Eyes Wide Open community. I hope to see you living an eyes wide open life. I hope to see you waking up to the reality of the distractions and the distortion field and reclaim your power. Remember who you are, why you are here, and what is yours to do. My name is Katz. And I'm here in service to your Eyes Wide Open life. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.